Hello everyone, I am Plankera. Today we're going to continue rigging Shalom from Path to Nowhere. Still meshing. Still got a bit more to do there. And there was one layer left here. Which one was it again? It was the arm. Here we are. Okay. So once I do this one, that'll be the entirety of both arms done. And then it'll be time to go into the shirt. I think the shirt is the last bit of upper body stuff I still have to do. So, we're getting there. And we can finally start making stuff move, and that'll be exciting. Strictly speaking, I can always get started on the movement whenever I want. I have the entirety of the head rigged, so I could do some facial movements whenever I want, but I do like to get all of the meshing done as quickly as I can, just so I don't have to worry about it anymore. It's like working on other stuff with all the meshes, you know, still over my head, knowing that I'm gonna have to go back and doing them at some point. It's a bit suffering, so I just like to get it done. And it is nice to see each piece just coming together. And every day there's less and less to do. Very refreshing. It's like, oh man, I'm still so happy that the coat is done. The coat was so big and so complicated, but now it's done. And I don't have to look at it anymore, and even as I go into meshing the rest of this, just the fact that I don't have to worry about that ever again. It feels great. Oh, that's why I'm still insisting on finishing as many of the meshes as my brain will allow. Like, sometimes it just reaches a point where it's just like, man, I gotta do something else for a little while. But I haven't gotten there yet. My brain has been working very well for me with this. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, so I think I am gonna do the inside before the outside. Just because there's a lot to the inside and not a lot to the outside. So I'd like to get the inside done first. Like, it's the start of a new session, so my brain is full of life and energy. So I can go and just do all the things right now. So I can just go and tackle those hard parts, and my brain will be all for it. That's why, you know, why not go for the harder parts until the tedium starts driving me a little bit crazy again? Alright. So let's see, where do I want to start? I have been having really good luck with starting from kind of the outside and working my way in. So I think this is this shadow right here is a good starting point. I want to kind of encapsulate all these shadows into triangles here, so this way they'll be easier to move around later. There we go. Just have those triangles follow that. And that actually follows it pretty well, I think. We just push that down a little bit. And then I think we can keep going and just go around to this light part now. All this really is just following the various changes in color and light and all of that. Just so when it starts moving around, I can put those parts just right where I want them. Might end up putting another layer inside here, but actually, is this hard enough that I want to? So when I'm just describing something as hard versus soft, you can see here there's a very distinct change in the lighting here. So this is what I would call a hard line. Whereas like over here, between these two colors, like you can tell there's a difference, but it's not as dramatic. So I describe those as soft. That is how I've always heard the terminology used. And yes, I think it is hard enough that I'm going to want to have dots on the inside and the outside. So you can see I'm moving to the dots to the inside now. So this is going to put them on the light area. And then when I want to put some on the outside as well, that'll be another layer on the dark area, outside of the light area. So that's all I mean by all that kind of thing. When I ramble about that sort of thing. And there's a dark area here too that I think I'm going to around. I'm getting these now so I can align the triangles nicely. Nose is getting itchy. It's strange because it was not itchy before stream, but now my body's just trolling me. Very rude of it. I did not approve of this trolling body. Stop it. Okay. So yes, that should be good for everything around here, and now I can align these triangles a little bit better. There we go. This is why I've been finding starting on the outside and working my way in to be very effective. Because it makes it very easy to just align the triangles where they need to go. These ones up here I'm not too worried about because I think I'm going to end up putting some connecting lines in here. So I'm just going to put these down. I'll adjust them as necessary later. As you can see here, this is another pretty hard light change. I'm going to put some on the inside and the outside. Make it a little bit easier to move and keep this line here looking nice. Just trying to figure out exactly how these triangles want to be going. When they start getting a little bit big like this, it can be kind of hard to tell exactly how they should be shaken out, but just a sec there. I think my kids must have messed with my headphone volume, because the music was really loud for a second there. I don't think that'll affect anything for you guys, though. It sounds a bit better for me. Alright, continue that line all the way over there. And this one's a bit softer, so I actually think I'm just gonna put the dots kind of in the middle of it. And you can see, like, here, the difference is really stark. And here the difference is more noticeable than some of the more areas with more, like, proper gradation. I think I'm just going to do it like this. I don't think I need dots on both sides here. There we go. That should be good. As opposed to here where the difference is very, very strong. this is another area where I think it's really only necessary on one side, but it might get both sides anyway just because I need some for this, which is much harder. Let's line up all these triangles here. Looks like I need a couple more down here. Just to keep the triangles over here nice. Do I have an extra? I guess I did. Okay. There we go. They're looking much better now. And there we go. That's another line done. I guess while I'm up here, I'll start outlining over here and over here. I know these are where I'm gonna want the next couple of layers. And then over here is a very strong difference. I'm gonna want some dots on both sides of this. Go zoom in a bit so I can really see where these triangles need to go. Now things are starting to get a bit detailed. That one might be excessive. No, that one's necessary. Because that's the end of this. There we go. That's better, though. So you can see I'm trying to keep these triangles straight when I can. Okay. Looks like the lines don't really want to cooperate with me today, but that's okay. I'll just go and fix them manually at the end. I've had to do that enough times that it doesn't really bother me very much anymore. Alright, I'm gonna come back down over here. Or at least I was planning on it just because I thought it'd be a little bit easier. And indeed, there's a place that I can start getting another layer on, and that might help inform some of the other areas. There we go. And there's a little bit of a gradation here. I don't think it needs, like, full triangle support, for lack of a better term, but I want to put a little bit of stuff around it. One more. No, maybe not. I think this should be okay, actually. And I think I want a few through here just to kind of help clean up that. This should be plenty. Okay. It's like this layer is probably going to be pretty big, so I think I want to start going to some of the other ones now. You can see I'm jumping around a lot, trying to find those easy spots where there's clear places to put dots first. Once I get through those easier parts, where to put the dots in the harder parts has become much more clear. And that makes my life easier. You don't have to do as much guesswork or cleaning up messy triangles at the end. I just put them down, and everything's good. It's wonderful. Okay. There we go. I do think I will have to start thinking about how to define this one soon. But it's looking like this layer is a little bit more clear to me. I'll start putting some stuff around it. And just right over here. Yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of a gradation around here. Ooh, but the lines and triangles are getting a bit messy. That's always a bit scary. There we go. Cleaning them up a little bit. Trying to keep them neat. It'll be less work for me at the end if I just do it now. That has been my experience. This model. If you go back and watch some of the earlier VODs, you'll see that I often spent a bunch of time at the end of doing a mesh trying to straighten out the triangles and stuff, and I have found that it's just infinitely more effective to do it as you're making them all. Way less effort in the long run. There. You can see now I'm coming through here again, because the path through became much more obvious after doing stuff over there. We'll just have some very large triangles coming through here. I'll probably put some stuff between them. You know, through here to just help keep everything nice and tidy. But for now, those are fine. We come back over here and get everything going on this side. In fact, I should probably get this shadow area first. Since that is a little bit closer to the outside now. Just switching back and forth periodically, no big deal. Just do whatever makes sense at the moment. Whatever order makes it easiest for me. There we go. Now that's indeed made where all of these dots should be placed that much more clear. Now I can just follow the shadow all the way over. And it's no trouble at all. Okay. And I'll just put an extra dot right here to kind of help keep things neat as it goes around the edge there, because it was getting a little bit ornery. I wasn't quite sure what I would expect from that. So yeah, that triangle is going to be really unwieldy. I don't just have a dot there, kind of keeping it all together. So now I can pretty safely just go around here. Okay. And I can revisit it from this end. Let's see, do I have an extra dot in here? No, they just don't line up perfectly, but I think that's fine. This is a pretty solid color. I think this should be okay. Just push all these a little closer to the edge. Make sure I get all the color in there that I want. Okay. Unless the next layer is very easy to put down. There. And we just go through this one more time, and that'll take us to that edge. That'll largely be this fold defined via triangle. This area is hard enough that I think I want some inside and outside. I'm gonna do the outside now. And then once that's all done, I'll go in and do the inside. There we go. That looks pretty good. I think over here probably needs just something there to keep those little gradients easy to move around. Make sure that they look nice. Yeah, I'm gonna wanna get close to the edge here first, before I do the other side. Oh my, and they're all just turning the wrong direction here. Oh, that's alright. I'll just go fix it at the end. Nothing much to be done about it. It's still easier than trying to triangulate all of this by hand. So. Put another one right there. There we go. I do wish it would stop doing that, though. It was like all of those are going the wrong way. It's deeply unfortunate. Okay. Okay. Yeah, now this fold is very easily accessible. So I can go in and start doing this one. Looks like it's going to be a lot like the one I did yesterday, where I'm basically doing it in halves. And there's that big fold going right down the middle there, so it makes sense. Whatever works. Whatever works. Okay, that should be fine. Okay. Yeah, I think this is... Well, these are getting a little bit big, so I probably do want to have some triangles going across this way. I'll do those ones first. So that this way they can connect on up here and be nice and neat, and then I will know exactly where to put the next layer. Which will be right through here. I feel like I'm getting faster at this, and I mean I do, but I look at the time and I'm like, oh, it's been almost 30 minutes, and I'm still working on the same one. It's okay, I think that's just the nature of big meshes like this. And there's just a lot going on. Okay, and now I kind of want to have some connecting these. That'll probably inform where I put some more dots. There's this little light area right here, and I kind of want to make sure he's doing okay. All safely nestled in all the dots. Okay. Now the next question is, how exactly do I want to do this? It's right between two kind of gradient areas, so it might actually make sense to do it more like this. Where I put this one closer to this gradient area, and then have another set a little further up to be closer to this gradient area. And then just kind of push all my dots around accordingly. Wasn't quite planning for 2 rows here, so my dots are not aligned correctly yet, but I can fix that. I can make them aligned however I want them to be. No reason to be lazy about it. So in that case, let's just follow this line up to its conclusion. And I think that'll make getting these 2 layers aligned a little bit easier. There we go. So let's see here. Unfortunately, this made it really hard to see because it's insisting on going that direction. So I'm kind of having to guess. Okay, so this is going to go across here. So this is going to be a triangle like this. That would mean the next triangle would be over here, but I need another one kinda over here for these ones. There we go. Still not quite right. Do I need another one? I do. There we go. And now you can see they're just very neatly going up and down. So that's much better. I'll have to fix some things over here, but I can do that. That's not a problem. Okay, so this is the one going across here. Just trying to remember what I was doing for a second there. Brain just had a momentary lapse. It happens. And it can be so easy to get lost in just all the dots. There's just so many of them, man. Look at all these things. It's an absolute mess. Okay. And that easily transitions into going all the way through here, too. Nice. I'll worry about that area a little bit later. For now, I think I kind of want another layer going through here and helping with this gradient. There we go. We have most of this side all filled in. Okay. I'll just break up some of these bigger triangles here just to help keep things clean. Alright, so I do think that is that entire kind of corner there, so now this should help me be able to figure out what's going on up here now. 'Cause yeah, I have some dots through here. Should be able to tell me roughly where this next set should go. And that little shadow there. And then I think I need a couple through here just to keep this little gradient looking nice. And I know I'm gonna need some kind of coming through here, but I'm not quite sure where yet. It does look like it's just gonna be used to break things up a little, so I don't think I have to worry about it. Let's follow this line. See where it goes. And there we go. I'm now able to meet these up here together. So I should just be able to go and fill this in now however I want. Just kind of follow where some of these gradients are going. But this one doesn't need a lot of precision, so... like that should be fine. Now I can start connecting the two halves. No longer will they be separated. May they reunite. I messed something up here. Okay, it won't be hard to fix, but I do need to fix it. So yeah, I decided not to make an inner row here. I understand my decision not to, but I have changed my mind. I want an inner row there. I just kind of got to figure out where to end it. It's not always obvious. I'll move things around a bit. I guess it's ending right here. That works. There, and now I can... start getting it right over here. This fold is a pretty important fold, I think. So I want ones on both sides here. There we go. Okay, so now it should just be able to properly connect. Yeah, everything's looking much better now. This back in the dark area. Now I'll get one going around the edge of the dark area here, this light area. Okay. And that should let me define the rest of this nice and easily. Look how neat those triangles are. It's all working out perfectly. Very nice. Let's put 2. There we go. Yeah, I think I need a couple here just to kind of surround this. And then this kind of shape should be okay. I just need to fix the lines. There's a lot of lines I'm going to need to fix. I hope I find them all. It'll be a little bit sad if I run into issues later because I missed a couple of triangles, but It's okay. It happens all the time. It can be pretty hard to follow, like, every single triangle here. There's just way too many of them. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, that's gonna make where this line should go nice and obvious. That might be just an extra one, yeah. Oh no, I kind of need it. It has to go up like that, so this one just has 3. That's not that big a deal. Yeah. It tickled my throat there. And this time I was able to mute the microphone and spare you all from the sound of my coughing. Alright, so I'm gonna want to go up and around here at some point. But first, get the bottom. Get the area closest to the edge. Strategy that is working well for me. Just keep adding little layers like this. It's definitely making my life easier. So I appreciate it. Glad I thought of it. Okay. Is that all of it, other than some triangle management and cleanup over here for this big area? I guess there's still that little gradient here. Yeah, I can put another layer through here. Another proper one. Throat's still feeling a bit funny after that cough. Kinda hate it when that happens. And then another one, like, right through here. Like the triangles on both sides don't line up quite perfectly. I don't think it's worth fixing, so just trying to figure out the best I can do with what I have here. Okay, so I think that's the inside. Hooray! Time to go all the way around. It's okay, this part is comparatively easy. And honestly, I'm not feeling that bad, so I might just jump straight into doing the difficult shirt layer today, instead of saving it for tomorrow. See how I feel once I've gone all the way around here, because, yeah, you can see there's still a couple of shenanigans. How exactly does this go? Okay. Shenanigans solved. Oh man, triangles do not want to cooperate with me today. They just want to go this way for some reason. Come on, triangles, why you gotta be like that? What did I ever do to you? Oh well. At least going around is pretty straightforward. Round and round again. I do look forward to improvements in the AI around this, and just how it decides which direction to send the lines, and maybe some of the auto-culling so I don't get, lines on the outside like this that just aren't really necessary. That'll be fun. Honestly, I haven't been involved with, or I guess I should say I haven't known about Inochi2D for that long, but it's been fun to watch it develop. 'Cause I remember when I first started working with it, there was no brush to move vertices around, and oh man, when it was finally added, it felt great. It was a great feature. Made me very happy. And stuff like that just keeps happening all the time, so. It's been fun to watch the progress. It's like there are certain downsides to using free and open source software, especially free and open source software that's not even complete yet and is still in beta. But there are upsides too, I think. I think it's great that there are people that are willing to make stuff like this. Just because they feel something for it. Nothing will ever beat the power of a passion project. I'm mostly looking around the outside here, but it's like if I see a problem one in the middle, then I might as well just grab it while I'm here. I'll be going around the edges and stuff explicitly a little later on. I just wanted to grab all these excess triangles on the outside first. It is just a personal preference. Let's see here. A little complicated around here, but I think I can see where it's all supposed to go. Here's hoping that I can follow what me of 5 minutes ago was thinking. I think it'd be a lot easier than it is, but it can be surprisingly difficult to do sometimes. At least through here is nice and easy. Did I say something? But no, I don't see anything, so probably fine. Yeah, it looks like it just joins up here. Yeah. Lines are a little bit hard to see on the white, but I will manage. I've done it before. Did I really get them all? I know I grabbed several while I was going around, but I want to make sure I don't miss any. Okay. Now I can start worrying about some of these other layers. Oh, yep, there's another one. Just going around the edge there. Another case of if I see a problem, I'm gonna fix it, but... Let's see. I think this is supposed to be like that. Yeah. And this one... No, I think this is actually correct, but this definitely goes that way. Yeah. This is one of those ones where it's kind of questionable, but I think this is fine like that. The inside just gets so much harder to follow than around the edge. Around the edge is just always so nice because it's always just so obvious exactly what direction everything is supposed to be going. But here I've got to really think about it. Yep, all that looks fine. Just trying to make sure it goes all the way around. Man, this place got really unwieldy, didn't it? Okay, I think I'm following where everything is supposed to go. I hope. I say with maybe 50% confidence. Okay, maybe it's a little bit more than half confidence. Okay, yeah, I think that's okay. Let's look over here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to keep the triangles mostly neat. It makes it a lot easier to pick out the ones that are going the wrong way, too. I get a bit less just lost in everything going on. Because there's a lot going on here. So much, man. Oh yeah, this is where they just, like, did not want to cooperate with me at all and just all went the wrong way. Glad I found that. It's alright, sometimes you just really gotta go through things and really use your eyes and your brain. Another one of those things that I think helped my drawing indirectly as well. Okay, I think I got him. Huzzah. The arm is done. Let's go into the shirt. The shirt is going to have an entire mesh group dedicated to it. And I'm feeling dangerous today, so let's just go. This means we probably only do 2 meshes today, but that's fine. Let's just go. The interior on the shirt isn't symmetrical, but the exterior is actually, you know, I don't want to start there. I want to start inside. Let's actually, yeah, start right there. And I actually think large parts of the interior are symmetrical. It's only the part in the middle that's not. So this one actually isn't quite as big as it looks. But I believe in me. I can get it. Space these a little bit better. There we go. And around we go. I am going to have to be careful when meshing the interior, because I don't exactly remember where the symmetry ends. But I know the areas around here are symmetrical. Like, yeah, I can see it reflected over here. Looks like it stops around here. So it's probably just the area around the arms. Yes, I do believe it is just the area around the arms that is symmetrical. Okay. So I'll do that part first. But I do know I was able to keep the overall shape symmetrical. So that will be nice. And see, I only have to go halfway around for that. Now everything is just all together. And I think I will actually do going around the outside before I go around the inside. Just so I can use the symmetry. And this way I can just turn it off and not worry about it when it comes time to do the parts that are not symmetrical. So we'll just keep it simple like that. I mean, it's easy enough to turn the symmetry tool on and off, but it's fine. I might as well just do all the parts that require it right at the beginning here. And then I just don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to worry about it, oh, did I accidentally leave it on when I didn't need it? And all that kind of stuff, because I do stuff like that all the time. All the time. It'd be so easy to just get caught up in what you're doing and forget some of these finer details. If you've ever done something like that before, don't worry about it. You're not the only one. Okay. Most of the time I would just, pick a random spot and go all the way around, but this time I only have to go halfway around, so I eventually reached the point where they connected. And so now I just have to go back to where I was before, and where I initially started. And as you can see, it's no trouble at all. It's fine to jump around. I do it all the time. I mean, my method for drawing like actual illustrations and stuff when I'm not rigging is literally I look at it and then I decide which part bothers me the most today. I'll go work on that. And there we go. Okay. It looks like this fold here is also symmetrical. But I think I want to start with a little part that connects to the sleeves here. I think I can just do something like this. Straighten out that triangle a little bit. There we go. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I think this is okay. And put like a little half layer right through here. Really capture this spot very thoroughly, because I think this little line is going to be important. Here and here. There we go. My brain got confused for a second there, but I figured it out. It's alright, I always do. Sometimes you just gotta think a little bit harder about things, and everything will come together. Never be afraid to use that brain. That's what it's there for. Okay. So let's see, it looks like this is going to be the next big layer. So I'll just fill in this real quick. And I think it needs a little bit of extra help like that. And I think the next layer is this dark spot right here. I'll just go ahead and send this all the way across. And then I think, yeah, there's a little fold right there. Straighten those triangles out. They're getting a little bit crooked. Yeah, and I'll just go across here. Okay, yeah, that's no problem at all. As always, all I'm really doing, just following those shadows. Just following those lights. Wherever there's color change, I try to put a little triangle around it. And then just take a moment to straighten out the triangles. Make sure they're just perfect. Okay. And I do feel like it's coming together pretty quickly, so that's very nice. This is another one of those meshes that I am a little bit intimidated by, but looks like it's working out pretty well for me. Today I am fearless. Some days are just better than others, you know? I think today is going to be a pretty good day. Alright, and then getting down into here is where things are no longer symmetrical, right? Okay, this part is symmetrical, but further than here is not. This is symmetrical, but further over here is not. So this is where the symmetry ends. Right through here. Okay. So I want to try to get those spots first. As much as I can manage. And That'll just make my life a little bit easier, because then I can just turn off the symmetry tool and not have to worry about it. And I'll leave the rest for after I turn off the symmetry tool. This is the part that I know is the same. So I can pretty safely go up here and follow this kind of dark area. It's a more subtle dark than some of them. But it is there, and so I will acknowledge it. Okay, and it looks like I just kind of have this big gap here. I'm probably going to want a few dots coming through here. But this is just a gap, so we'll just clean up there a little bit and... Okay. Just like that. Yeah, that's perfect. And now we're getting into territory that's not symmetrical, so I'm back on up here. And finish off this little fold. Okay. Looking good. And then there's the spot at the bottom that is also symmetrical. Once I have this kind of going, I'll head down there. There we go. Triangle's got a little crooked there, and it made me a little confused. That is the importance of straight triangles. There we go. Okay, and let me see, about how far does the symmetry go? Looks like it's just around this part right here. And then once we get up into this dark area, it stops being the same, because this dark area is a little bit different on both of them. But the area right next to it is the same. It's the same on both halves. So I can do this much. Okay. And there's all that. Well, that was nice, being able to just kinda only do half the work. Well, that's better than having to do all of it. Okay, so I think those are all the symmetrical parts. So now I turn off the mirror. And I just go. Time to do the rest. Fortunately, this time I had to do it on both sides, but that's alright. I got this. Yeah, I think that something like that should be good. does this go? Okay. Another case of I was confusing myself a little bit. Happens all the time. I just need to handle this part very delicately because it's getting pretty small. There we go. And then the next layer is just going to be on the outside. Just like this. All of these are going to be the wrong direction, aren't they? Sigh. Okay. Okay, I'll fix it. There we go. Okay, so now to figure out how I'm gonna get down here. I don't wanna, so I'm gonna go work on this side a little bit. Sometimes it's like that, you know? But it's fine, I have to do both sides, so I can work on whichever part I want. No harm done. Okay. And yeah, there's not a lot of color change going on through here, so I think I can just make these triangles very, very large. And there we go. I'm gonna put a few through here just to help with the gradient. I mean, the area is quite large, so it makes sense. Okay, now I have a good in to do this next part. Yeah, this method does help me keep my triangles a lot more organized. And my thoughts, too. Not enough that I actually know what Mia 5 minutes ago was doing when I'm going back and fixing the lines, but you know, it's better than nothing. Okay. So I see that there's a little... Let's see, how does this work? This triangle's there, so that means this triangle's here. Okay. But yeah, there's a little gradation right here. We'll put some triangles around that before we start going a little further out. And now, look at the triangles going around here. Follow this shadow. I think this is fine. This is just a tiny, tiny gradation. I don't think it needs super explicit triangles. Am I missing a triangle? Yeah, looks like I am. But now it's here. Right where it should be. Maybe. Doesn't really want to let me put it exactly where I want it. Can't quite decide what it wants to do there, Here we go. Just had to adjust a few other triangles around it. Alright, that's most of that area. So I guess I can start digging into these folds here. I think they're pretty well defined, so should be easy to do. Just bring some more triangles all the way around here. Yeah, and after that, that area ends. This one continues. I think this continues from up here. A lot of this is just kind of feeling it all out. Which wouldn't do that. I guess this area is just too big. Makes sense. I'll start filling in things down from down here. This area is hard enough that I think I will do an inner layer here. Okay. And then I think once I have this little spot defined, that should make where the next layer out there goes a little bit more clear. And I should do the same on this side. Just get them both going, you know? I have to do the whole thing eventually. No need to hold off. It's all good. And then yeah, I think the layer for this shadow is just going to go like this. Take some extra time to make sure the triangles are straight. And then it just goes. This side's a little bit different. I think this one only goes to here. Yeah, that looks right. And yeah, that made it a little bit more clear where the dot should go for these parts up here. And then I just go up again for the other side of this hard light change. There we go. Probably just need a couple of extras up there just to keep things clean. Same with like over here. There we go. And now the rest of this area can be much more clearly defined. Looking at the time, yes, I do think that this big complicated shirt texture, or layer, will indeed be the last thing I do. So indeed, only 2 layers done today, but it's okay. They were both big ones. And it'll be nice to have them out of the way for tomorrow. This means tomorrow, future me, the me of tomorrow, will get to have an easy time. Alright, where's the next kind of big ones? I think most of those are probably going to be on the right now. Yeah. So it looks like I got most of the stuff on this side kind of filled in, at least until down here. So I guess now we'll do a bit more work on this side. Alright, so where are some of these bigger, more clear areas that I can start digging into? This one looks pretty good. So I'll grab this one. Yeah, we can even connect it to right up there. Yeah, I think I want another one kinda just right here. There we go. And then we can follow this shadow area up and around. It's a lot of the same stuff, but that's alright. Meshing is not very exciting, but it is important. Okay, let me see here, because I was following this shape here. This area that's a little bit more yellow. And I think it just kind of ends there. And then there's the shadow part that kind of comes up here. Yeah, I think I'll do it like this. And this little fold is clearly defined enough that I do want some stuff going around it. That'll probably inform how I finish off the rest of that. There we go. Well, that's that area pretty much done. I guess I'll go around here. I already have it started. I don't know where to end that one, so this is fine. Now I can pretty clearly follow this shadow all the way over here to this. And since I already had it started, I might as well just finish it off over there. Similarly, there's a shadow going over here. And this one I think just needs a few extra vertices to kind of help it out. Okay, now it should be pretty easy to do these parts. The parts where I was like, you know, I'm looking at this and I don't wanna. So, but now they're not too bad. The joy of skipping around. Of just finding the parts that make sense immediately rather than beating your head against something that you're not quite sure how to do. Like you can see, I didn't let it scare me away from doing it, but I did go find something that made a bit more sense to my brain first. And it made everything else that much easier to figure out. I think I just need a couple to make it a little bit rounder. There we go. Now let's get some extra dots through here to help with the gradients. These don't need to be very strong, so this is fine. There we go. Oh, nope, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Alright, so I guess it's just this kind of bottom area now. Let's get some dots through there. Now to figure out how I want to do all this. Let's see, I think it's a little bit clearer on this side. So I'm actually just going to go up like this. Follow the triangles that I have over here and trying to keep the triangles in the new layer pretty straight. There we go. And that brings it all the way up there. In this area, I think I will put a little bit on just on the other side here. Just to make this highlight a bit easier to move around and understand. Then the next layer will just come right to the edge of it. And very soon they should connect again. Both sides will be reunited once more. No longer will I have to think of them as two halves. It will just be shirt. And you can see I'm still just going down all those color changes. That's where you want your vertices. Where the colors change. Okay, and then I think this is the last really noticeable color change here. One just kind of coming down like this. It ends right here. And at this point it's just extras to kind of make gradients a bit easier to move around. Sorry, it might actually be too small for it. Alright, I think it is done. Let's go clean up the lines. And then tomorrow, I get to do a bunch of easy ones. I bet I can finish the shirt. I'm actually going to turn symmetry on for a second. Because some of these are the case on both ends. And the symmetry tool, at least for the outside here, and probably parts of the symmetrical parts of the inside are pretty good. It's pretty good at figuring out what you actually want it to do. I won't use it for the whole thing, but for this part, it'll spare me some pain. Let's go. Just gotta make sure I don't leave it on. That would be bad. Man. There's just so much to do with a lot of these. This is why meshing tends to take me like a week and a half before I finally finish it all. There's just a lot. I wouldn't necessarily say there's a lot to it, but there's a lot. Alright, let's check the areas in the symmetrical spots. Make sure everything's going around right. Looks like it is. It's all pretty good there. Check around the sleeve here. Oh, no, not there. Right there. There we go. Make sure that all of these are following the contours correctly. As I remember, there were quite a few that just didn't. The lines didn't want to cooperate with me today, in several places. Always very unfortunate. Means a bit of extra work for me, but I can fix it. It's okay. I may not be a fan of the extra work it causes, but I can deal. I can deal with it. I'm just checking all the spots again. Making sure everything's going the right way. Things are looking pretty good, honestly. Okay. The other symmetrical spot was down here. So we'll take a look. This might be dangerous, honestly. Yeah. I'm gonna add an extra vertex here. Just do something like this. Make it a little bit less dangerous. Oh no, that one's actually good. There we go. Okay. But everything else looks like it's following fine. So I'll turn off the mirror, and I'll go check the rest. I do remember having some problems, but I don't remember where exactly. Like I said, I can never remember what Mia 5 minutes ago was doing. There's so many little micro decisions, and all these tiny little things I gotta pay attention to. It's like, who the heck can remember what they're doing 5 minutes ago when you're meshing? That sounds like a skill. Maybe someday I'll get it, but that day is not today. Yeah, I was afraid of checking the exterior in the areas where they're not quite symmetrical. As I wasn't sure if all the triangles would be a little bit different. No. Yes? No. Okay. Wasn't quite sure how these should go. But I think the answer is no. This line is not supposed to go that way. So it will not go that way. That's just how it works, you know? Okay, so that does all that. Oh, I did not properly clear that line. I'm definitely glad I spotted that. That would have caused problems. Yeah, that one looks fine. This is where I wonder if eye tracking software would make sense here. Maybe it's something I should look into. It might be a fun gimmick. I will put that under the list of things that future me should worry about. Yeah, quite a few that went the wrong way around here. Whoa, whoa. Oh, no. Symmetry didn't quite line up, but it looks like I was able to fix it. Okay. That's good. We got a little bit afraid there for a second. Okay. Okay, here's some that aren't going quite the right way. Yeah, I see a lot through here. Barely. Barely, because of the white lines. But I can do it. I can see it. It needs to be vertical here. It's like they're doing their best to hide, but it's not quite enough. I guess this should go like this. So hard to see. Alright, I think that's it. There we go. 2 of the remaining difficult layers are done now. And it only took me an hour and a half. Sounds about right. So, that'll be everything I did today, so thank you all for coming. If you'd like me to take a look at your own creative projects, whether that be art, writing, coding, game design, any creative pursuit you can think of, feel free to message or at me or on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll take a look and maybe leave some comments. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.